Hello again there, folks. DJ Burgstarre here, back with another tip of the day. So today I want to talk about tuning your drums. Specifically, we're going to be tuning the kick drum. So if you want to take your production to the next level, I'm always hearing from the pros that they are tuning their drums. So today we're going to tune the kick drum. Now, this track I have going is in the key of D major. So I need to make my kick drums here, hopefully in the key of D. So it will match my song and take it to the next level and sound a bit more pro. Now, there's probably 10, 15 ways. I see all sorts of different ways on how to tune your kick drum. But I'm going to show you 3 different ways because it's 3 different ways of starting. So one of these tracks is just a sample I pulled in that just has these kicks. And I don't know what key they're in right now. And the next one is I'm going to be using a simpler, and this is just a MIDI clip here with my kicks on it. And the next one is also a MIDI with the same pattern here. So we'll start with the easy one first and we'll work our way up. Okay, so let's listen to what I have going here first in the key of D. Alright, so this is the easiest one. If you look at this kick that I chose, basically it's an instrument. So I went to my instruments and I went to drum synth, and then just down to DS kick, dragged it in here, and what you can do is just choose your pitch. So here we go, look, you can see it changing here, and all I did was tune this to D, and that would be the simplest way of doing this. So I like the lower D for this one. Go all the way down there, because it's a kick drum. Alright, so let's listen to it. Let me adjust it so you can see what it would sound like if it wasn't in key. So you might throw in a kick drum and it might be sounding like this, you know? So you have to tune it to what you're doing. There you go, now it matches the song. Now I like it lower like I said here. There, whoop. That's kind of hard to get it. There we are. Okay, so now I know this kick drum works. Okay, so now let's start with the next one. Now this one is a simpler device. Basically, I just found a nice kick drum I wanted to use, and I threw it in a simpler. And how you can tell what key that kick is in is you throw on this tuner here. Now that tuner is found in your audio effects under utilities and then tuner, and you throw that over on the end of your chain here so you can see what it's telling you the original pitch was, so you can modify it to what you need. Now what I found is if I just leave it on classic, there's not enough tone coming in for you for this thing to even work. Let's play it. You'll notice there's nothing over here. It's not telling us anything. However, when you're in simpler, if you hit this one shot, it brings out the tone of that sound, and then all of a sudden this will come to life. There we go. Now you'll see it's in the key of D. And how I did that is basically it was here. Look, I transposed it up too, because when I first started, you know, it said it was C, right? So this must have been in the key of C. So I transposed it up, there you go, to D, and then I went back to the classic sound that I actually wanted. Alright, so that's the second way of doing it. Great. Now the third way, if you have just a sample, like I said, you just dropped in, again, we're going to throw the tuner on it so we can see what's happening, but how I tuned this one was a Max for Live device. So you come down here to Max for Live, and then in here you will find Tune Your Drums. And so I drop that in here, and there's some controls here. So I took out all the highs because this is a kick drum, and I kind of did some of the mids, but then all the lows. And I turned it on full force so it would try and get to this D, and we can hear that. And it also has a nice master control here, which is good because when you're messing with this, it can all of a sudden be way too soft, and so it lets you boost it up a bit. All right, so let's listen to the third one. Now, if I change this around, you'll hear the sound difference. You hear that? See that A sharp? That's not right. So it's sort of subtle because your ears, it's hard to hear this really low frequency and be able to determine pitches. So that's why I like to use this tuner device over here, because you really kind of can't hear what's going on, but you can trust what you're seeing anyway. When you put this on D, and then the other way was to just change the pitch by hand, and using this tuner to help you out to find out what the original sample was, what note. And then the first one again was the super simple, you just throw this kick drum on there and put whatever note you want it to play. So those are the three ways you're able to get a kick in your track that is in key with the rest of your track. So we'll play this song here a little bit, and we'll just switch from the different kicks. And they all have sort of a different timbre and different kind of a tone, because they're all different samples. So they're going to sound slightly different, but they're all in tune with my track. And that was the point of the video here. So let's just play the first one. We'll turn on sort of the rest of the track here. You can hear a little more music. That's the first one. That's nice. Okay, great. So they're all in key. All right, well, that's my tip of the day. 3 different ways of getting your kick drum to be in tune with your track, and hopefully this will take you closer to being a professional producer. All right, thanks for watching today. Hope to see you guys next time. DJ Burgstarre out.